Hello, GGP junior coaches. We're going to now go over some of the reporting tools that Team Buildr allows you to use. If you go here to the Coach Tools tab and come down to the bottom, you can find the Reporting tab down here. On this reporting page, there's a number of different options. We'll be going through some of the more noteworthy ones that we'll be using more often. The first one being our completion report. So if you go ahead and click on the completion report, you'll go ahead and you'll have to select the group that you want to see. So I'll go ahead and I'll select men's hockey. And I want to look at our completion from September 5th to the 12th. And I'll select that we want to see the average row as well. And then there's just a note here at the bottom. And this is generated based on the exercise that was assigned. So if any athlete goes and does additional exercise, that is not attributed to the statistics that we're getting for the completion report. We're going to go ahead and submit this here. And now that it's loaded, we can now see each athlete, the amount of exercise that they're assigned, as well as the amount that they have completed. And if we scroll down here, down at the bottom here, we see our average for the group that we've selected. It is important to note that a lot of these exercises, although they may be assigned, athletes may not feel the need to complete them if it is like, say, a structure type exercise that is just completion based, whereas with their weights, they're entering their weights in each time they do it. So let's just go ahead and we're going to edit this report quickly. So you can see here at the top, we can actually go in and select for the athlete. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to search for myself in the H's. So you can see HATT. Not as easy as I had originally thought. But if we go Blake Hat, perfect, and we'll hit enter. Oh no, that's not who I wanted. Blake, enter, and we still have that same week, so we'll go show average row and we'll submit. So you can see here in our previous work, we assigned myself a workout on the 12th. You can see that we assigned 8 movements. I haven't completed any. And with the average, since there's only one person here, you can see that the average is 0 over that time span, so it's not available. We'll go edit again, and you can actually select by calendar if you wanted to see how maybe a position group is doing compared to, say, a full team or a full group. So we'll go ahead and we'll select the women's hockey this time around. We'll see for the week again, show average row. We'll go ahead and submit, and you can see here the percentages of completion for this group. And you can see here down at the bottom the average completion. If you wanted to go ahead and print this report to bring it to a coach, you could hit the print button here. And then also if you wanted to download the CSV file of this, so maybe you can manipulate it within Excel or Google Sheets, you could click this here and you can see the download beginning down at the bottom here. I'm actually going to exit out of that quickly. So that's our completion report. Very useful tool for being able to hold athletes accountable, as well as being able to bring that information to coaches. If there's a case where you notice an athlete isn't completing their workouts, you can bring that to a coach and you can show them that they maybe need to have a more serious conversation with that athlete about their work and how they're getting into the HPC. Next thing we're going to go over is we're going to go over our max reporting. So the max reporting, if we go ahead and select here, we'll go once again with men's hockey. We'll include manually entered maxes, include workout generated maxes as well. We'll have the show average row for all athletes, and we'll have the show total column as well for each athlete. And we'll calculate the calculate relative strength only works if there's body weight entered for the athlete. So we won't click this in, and then we can go ahead and we can select the exercise that we'd like to do, that we'd like to look at. We're going to go ahead and we're going to find our barbell front squat here. You could also add in additional exercises if you'd like. Say if we wanted to go ahead and I'll actually add in barbell bench press, and we can go ahead and hit submit. And this will bring up our max reporting. So you can see here the first and last name of each athlete. And then we've got the barbell front squat and barbell bench press with the estimated 1 rep maxes based off of their previous work. And you can also see here the total of those 2 estimated maxes. So if you wanted to see maybe 3 or 4 different tests, and you wanted to create like a total strength score based on those tests, you could go ahead and do so here. And you see here at the bottom the average as well. So we can go ahead and edit again, and you can select the group or the calendar in this instant. So if you wanted to go by calendar, you could just select, for instance, the women's hockey, and we could do the same thing, and it'll give these values. You can see that we haven't completed our phase of front squats yet, so most of these are blank. And then again, the print and save as CSV options are there as well. Now, if we go back to the reporting page, you can see that there's lots of other options here. Some of the ones that you may want to use could be the comparison report. So this allows you to look at max results over time. So you could select multiple dates to report from. So you could give a span, and it'll give you the similar max report, but over a span of time. You can also look at the rep and load report, which is something I like to look at for being able to hold myself accountable as a coach, to be able to look over time if we're gaining capacity and if we're achieving the goals we want to look at. So we can look at the completed date or the assigned date, and we'll look here for today's date for our workouts. And you can see here the rep count as well as the load for each athlete. And then you can see also the reps completed, so you can go ahead and you can quickly see which athletes are completing their Team Buildr. Looks like I need to have a conversation with quite a few people on the men's hockey team. And you can go ahead and you can see their load as well. So the load again is actually the reps by the weight that they did. So that is cumulative over all of the exercises that have reps entered as well as the load entered. And again, we can go into the edit where you can look at a single athlete, or we can look at a calendar, and then the print and the CSV as well. There's lots of others that you can do here. So you can look at workout results. So if you had like a saved workout you wanted to look at, you could go ahead and look at those reports, as well as a sports science report. So you can add some tests in here that you'd like to see, and you can kind of take a look at that. Questionnaire. So if you wanted to have a questionnaire for, say, nutrition or sleep, you could go ahead and do so. You can create your own questionnaire, and then we can figure that out over time. And you can look at those results if you wanted to see sleep trends or nutrition trends, or maybe eating habits, or if you wanted to see like what other habits, maybe caffeine consumption, that sort of thing. You could look at that by generating a questionnaire that you would add in the calendar for the athlete. You could do assessments as well to find strengths and weaknesses, and this is based off of the exercise tags. So once again, important to be able to put those exercise tags for identifying which movements apply to which categories. We have a progress report, which would see for one selected exercise over a span of time, and you can actually select multiple exercises here, and you can go over a range of time and see how a particular group or calendar or athlete is doing with those exercises over time. An evaluation as well. So this would offer evaluation results. You can select the evaluation here. You have to go in and create an evaluation before you want to do this. So if you're doing a testing battery and maybe you wanted, say, to do it over the summertime where you're not going to be with the athletes, you could create an evaluation and you could put this into their Team Buildr for them to be able to do their own testing battery, input their results, and then you would be able to see that from afar. And then we have our opt-out and notes report. So this is actually a fairly useful one if you have athletes that maybe are dealing with an injury. You can go and you can see over time if anybody has opted out of exercises. You can see, so nobody's opted out of exercises in that group, but if they opt out or if they put a note on their exercise that you've prescribed to them, you can go and you can quickly see which athletes have opted out and what information they provided you for reasoning why they opted out and what they changed it to. And then also here's an option for raw data. So you can download a workout. So if we wanted to go at men's hockey and we wanted to see their workout today, we could go to submit here. We could download the report. And if this downloads quickly, we'll open it. And we'll quickly open this, and you can see here that, just fix this for us. You can see here, based off of this, you can see the athlete, the workout, so that's just an ID that's randomly generated for each workout. You can see the exercise type. So this is L for lift. You can see the exercise name. And then you can see the sets, the reps that they've done, the completion, the marked complete, and the result of that. So you can see here the landmine split jerk. You can see that they did 45 pounds, and you can see that they completed it for 4 reps for all 4 of their sets. So that's just a quick and easy way to be able to see workout results in a raw data report quickly using Team Buildr. Other than that, this reports page is quite useful at points, especially if you want to communicate with a coach quickly and you want to quickly generate something to be able to email to them or print off and give to them to update how their team is going. Other than that, it really is just a matter of coming out and exploring and seeing how these functions work and seeing how they can best be utilized for your team. Thank you.